Neurosis is always a substitute for legitimate suffering, meaning neurosis actually can be considered to be something which is both justified and unjustified at the same time, because neurosis, first of all, happens obviously because of early suffering and childhood torments, tortures, struggles, or traumas that is obviously unwanted, and that obviously carries on into the adolescence as well as into the adulthood, and that we're not always able to confront that or come to the realization and integration of all that happens or all that happened in our lives, and now that has transformed into the shadow, and the shadow now unconsciously from behind the scenes somehow some way controls our active and conscious behavior, understanding mindset, and interrupts our attitude, infiltrates our relationships, and obviously penetrates into education, knowledge, success, and destroys obviously all that could have happened, that we could have succeeded at. So neurosis can neither be good nor it's bad, because it's a justification for the happenings, events, and tragedies of the past that took place in our lives, but not in everyone's lives, but in our lives. But that neurosis is now frustrating behavior and aggravated attitude and unexpected anger, and all those things is both neurosis, if not psychosis. Psychosis is more serious than neurosis, but it's at least a substitute or a replacement for legitimate suffering. When we become neurotic or when we suffer from neurosis, then we are somehow able to escape or do away with the more legitimate kind of suffering that life has to offer, or that we could experience by being alive, by doing, by achieving, conquering in our lives. Because life is about legitimate suffering. Life in itself is a representation, the epitome of suffering, struggle, torment in our lives, and neither happiness nor enjoyment nor delight. Life is pure suffering, pure struggle that leads to not only survival but also culminates in greatness, significance, distinction, authenticity, and influence for only the few men and women in the world, if not all, because the majorities prioritize life for pleasure, satisfaction, and desire and possession, wealth, riches in their lives, and that's why they end up becoming no greatness. They don't become great, significant, because they are too comfortable for that. They always prioritize pleasure, comfort, relaxation. But they are neither neurotic nor legitimate suffering. But neurosis has to do with early problems and childhood sufferings, struggles, and traumas that remain unrecognized and undiscovered, or basically unintegrated, unprocessed, as a result of which that gives birth to aggression, aggravation, the present behavior